Actually, Angus Phillips and Barbara and Dick Neville and I were all on that clipper ship crossing the ocean, hard to believe, almost 5 years ago now that we did that. So my role here is to make some comments and observations around the country. And I was at the first meeting at Sail Newport in 1983. Things were dismal in Newport, the other sailing place. Angus, I'm like you. I like to rev them up too. And but they started Sail Newport, and it's done well. And at U.S. Sailing, which I'm now president of, we feel that one of the real growth areas in the sport of sailing are community access programs, just like Annapolis Community Boating. As Lori said passionately, to get people on the water that might never have a chance to be able to do that. And once you get somebody on the water, the sky's the limit. And unlike a lot of other sports that end when you get out of high school or even college, sailing's a sport that you get to do for your entire lifetime. It connects the generations in a really nice way, and it gets you to travel around the world. Even today, I got here an hour and a half ago from Barcelona today, and I was sailing yesterday off Barcelona. It was chilly out there, though, Angus, and great fun. There's some really wonderful community sailing programs around the country. In Boston on the Charles River is an excellent one. Sail Newport is done well. And in fact, it's so popular for their sailing program that they actually have a lottery for kids in the area to get involved in the program. There's 4 U.S. sailing centers spread around the country in Florida, California, and Wisconsin. Interestingly, both Chicago and Oyster Bay, New York, have match race programs with fleets of boats that have been donated. Certainly out of California and San Diego and Long Beach, they also have their community boating. So it's a concept that's been working around the country, and we need to do it here. And by the way, Sharon, we have a little clip, and I noticed I got to make sure Eastport Yacht Club is included in there. I'm going to fix that one, along with AYC and SSA. And the program that Lori worked on this summer with the National Sailing Hall of Fame, I think Lee Tawny is here, really worked. And I kept checking in, how's it going? And they were booked and sold out, and it really went well. So all of you should be real proud. I'd like to thank our Ward 1 Alderman, Dick Israel, for coming tonight and supporting this. And we've been talking with him. Thank you, Dick, for coming. And I think we have a little presentation from Sharon Hatzel, the Commodore of Eastport Yacht Club. So, Sharon, you have some news for us?
I do.
Come on up, Lori. Angus.
Thank you. I'd like to ask Susan Namias to join me. Susan is the chair for our Boatyard Bash, and that's where this donation comes from. She works tirelessly to raise funds, and Eastport Yacht Club and the Boat Show Bash would like to present this to the Annapolis Community Boating.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's good to see you, too.
Good to see Orlando.
You know, it's actually Molly Hughes Wilmer that called me up and said, hey, we're having a meeting to talk about community boating. We're not sure where we're going. Would you mind showing up? Okay, so we came down, as Angus pointed out, here in this room, and as I walked in, oh, would you mind chairing the meeting for us? So I chaired the first 4 or 5 meetings, and been happy to serve on the board. And I take a little pride. I was the first donor. I wrote Lori a check for $1,000, said, well, here, you need something to get yourself going. And it took her a while to actually cash it, but she did. And we've been up and running. So anyway, as Angus said, the purpose of tonight is to let you know what we're doing and to please talk about it around town so you can see that good progress has been made. And I'm quite sure over the coming months and really coming years, the mission will evolve and we'll do different things as we get involved with different groups. But the one focus is to get people on the water that might not ever have a chance, and for people of all ages. And if we've done that, we'll have done well. And eventually, as Angus said, someplace within this town or even county, there's a place to make a real beachhead to do Annapolis Community Boating. I should also mention, you notice we really wrestled with what the name should be, and we came up with boating as opposed to just sailing, because a canoe and a kayak and understanding a power boat, there's a lot of kinds of boating other than just sailing. I mean, it's hard for me to admit, but anyway, it's a little important. So anyway, that's a little bit of an overview. Thank you very much for coming, and hope you enjoyed it.